don't know.
What I told you, Cutter.
People seen it, but they just don't know. People seen it, but they just don't know.
Huh?
People,
Let's go.
people seen it, but they just don't know. People seen it, but they.
What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Icon. And we're here on 910 Sports TV. Once again, first and foremost, want to thank God on this glorious Sunday morning. You know what I mean? I know a lot of y'all on y'all way to church. Get your church on, get your God on, get your Jesus on, the whole thing. Whatever, get your Allah on. I don't know, whatever you follow, I ain't mad at you. You know what I'm saying? Whatever gets you makes you operate and tick, be a good person. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But then I got my right hand man. You know what I'm saying? Mr. I ain't call him this in a minute. Mr. Barry White Jr. voice himself. You know what I'm saying? I ain't call him that in a second. So you know what I'm saying? I got my man in the building, Jacob the Great. What's going on, fam?
Oh man, glad to be in the land of the living, man. Another day to get it right.
Oh, I forgot to call him another thing. Call me in a minute. Your baby mama's favorite host. I forgot to call him that. Yes, been a minute since I called
Yeah,
him
man.
also.
You know how that go, man. The
Yeah.
baby mama favorite radio host. Hey man,
Oh
fella,
yeah, definitely.
you know, yeah, man.
So, man, first and foremost, I guess we'll go ahead and jump right into it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know people going to want to know. We'll go ahead and jump into this North Carolina Duke game. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. So I'm going to say this. I know you was about to say something before we started, but I'm going to say this. I'm gonna give Hubert Davis his props because over the last 6 games prior to this game, Carolina has been straight balling. They have been blowing folks out. Their players been playing together. They've been playing defense. The offense has been better. They still kind of drive me crazy with the turnovers a little bit, but that's just because I don't really feel like they got a true point guard. Elliot Cadeau, I don't know what he is, but he's not really a point guard. You know what I'm saying? Like they got him at the point guard position, but he doesn't. He doesn't. He's not a very intelligent, smart point guard. Let's put it to you like that. And secondly, last night I'm watching the game and Carolina came out. They came out pretty good. They played very well for the first probably 30 minutes of that game. And just whatever happened, 30, 35 minutes of that game or whatever happened, I'll say 30 minutes because they got away from it in the last 10 minutes. But the Tar Heels played very hard last night. They just played against a team that was just better. That's just better than them this year. That just happened. Just like the last couple of years or whatever it's been, we've been better than Duke before prior to this. And those years happen. We'll have those years where Duke is better than us, we're better than Duke, and no matter what we do, the better team will win. But I wasn't mad with Carolina last night at all. Maybe some of the execution could have been better on the offensive end of the ball, but I wasn't mad at them because that's one thing I just want to see from last game. It wasn't about winning or losing. It was about the energy. It's about the effort because you can't get blown out by 30 against your rival. I don't care how good they are. And last night, Carolina showed themselves formidable. They were just going against a better team. But I was proud of the way they came out and played. You know what I'm saying? What I would like a win or whatever, yes. But you be honest with you, to be honest with you, Jacob, I actually hate it more when we lose the close ones like by a buzzer beater or the last second shot by Duke that we had over there. I hate those. Hey, my family will tell you, I get to throwing stuff around the house, cussing. You know what I'm saying? I won't halfway sleep the whole night. Bobby so mad. So at least with this situation, you know what I'm saying, we actually, the way we lost by the time the game was over with, we kind of knew what the outcome was gonna be. So what's your feelings on the game?
My feelings on the game, I ain't gonna blame it on the point guard situation. I'm gonna blame it on the costly turnovers by the defense, man. Uh, 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 um, the defense not really closing in on the man, and then man, sometimes Carolina, you gotta press the ball, bro. You gotta not be able to let them get the ball over the court because Duke got a squad, man. So I feel like on the defensive scheme, it should have been some change up, and I also feel like in the heat of the moment, it seemed like North Carolina got nervous, bro. You know what I mean? Cause the game was quite close, bro. And in the heat of the moment, man, they had a few turnovers that led to giving Duke the momentum. And so I don't know how I feel about Hubert Davis, man. Sometimes he's up and down, and sometimes he makes you wanna just throw him away. And other times you be like, oh man, he can coach, or maybe the recruitment class from the Tar Heels has went down, and that's why he's having those problems. So I think maybe it's recruiting. We're not getting the caliber players that we once had at the North Carolina Tar Heels.
Well, I know they're trying to fix that. That's why they hired a GM. So basically, I know a lot of the big time schools. I don't know if everybody can afford to do that, but I know some of the big time schools that's paying these players this NIL money, they have to start running it like an NBA team where they have to hire a GM to come in and help with the payroll. And I don't know if the GM is necessarily going to be helping with the recruitment of it or whatever that part of it. But I think they're more there to kind of balance the money and whatever the case may be on that end. I will say this: I think it was too soon for them to give him an extension. I don't understand in college basketball when these presidents of these schools feel like they have to get these athletic directors feel like they have to give these coaches extensions when they still have time left on their contract. Because I think he
Well,
still
I Well, I can tell you why he got extension because he wasn't there a good 3 years, and he took them to the ship. Even though they lost, he still got them there. So the potential from the outside looking in, from athletic director standpoint of view, or from the president of basketball operations standpoint of view, is he already took us to the national championship, even though we didn't win. That's remarkable for a coach in their first 3 years. So I understand why.
I mean, I get it, but I mean, we've been so
No,
up
you
and down.
don't. No, you don't. You don't get it. No, you don't. No, you
I mean,
don't.
I get it. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but the thing they even talked about it last year. Like, okay, so we get there. Like 1 year, like I think 1 year we missed the tournament. Like the second year he was there, we missed the tournament. Like the first year, I think we made it like the final. We made it to the final four. I think the first year. I think that first year we made it to the final four.
Right.
Then next year we missed the tournament. Then the next year after that we make it to like the final, the 6 week 16, and then it's like just it's too up and down. It's just not been no consistency in what we're doing. And then like you say, the players we're getting, we're not getting. We keep missing on these top recruits. Actually players that live in the state of North Carolina. We're not even getting those 5-star players. And so it's like to me, I mean, we finally landed one. Well, I think that guy's from Georgia, the number one recruit from the top recruit. I think he's staying actually not too far out of Atlanta. We landed him. I can't remember his name at the top of my head right now, but I know we landed him. But other than that, we kind of and then we got to rely too much on the transfer portal, which I feel like is cool, but I think we need to start going back to getting our homegrown players ourselves instead of relying so much on the transfer portal.
So
And
here's the thing. Here's the thing about Dean and Roy Williams. They started recruiting players when them cats, like, say you had a player that was playing varsity in ninth grade, and they averaged like 14-7 as a freshman.
hmm
Dean Smith and Roy Williams would start recruiting them in 19th grade, bro. So so the lead up to when they was a senior, they already knew they was going to North. By the time they was in 11th grade, they already was committed to North Carolina.
well,
I
see,
heard I heard Jerry Stackhouse. I heard Shaman Williams say that they was like they don't know what the recruitment status is now, but they was like when we was growing up, coaches started recruiting you early, man, like really early.
well, Hubert Davis is saying that knows how to do it because they was talking. Matter of fact, they talked about it last night in the game. That R.J. Davis, he been knowing R.J. Davis since like the 10th grade. That's why he said that he got a certain affinity in his heart for R.J. Davis because he done known him for like 7 years. Because you got to think he's been there for like R.J. Davis been there for 5 years, and you know what I'm saying they said he literally was trying to find loopholes to keep him there for another year. You know what I'm saying? So or whatever. But he's been there long enough or whatever, and And so at the end of the day, he know how to recruit. That he got to start early with these players, like you say, ninth, 10th grade, when you start really going into these homes and recruiting these kids early. Maybe they need to find a new scouting staff or whatever. I think somebody made a good point. Well, I'm gonna say this on the other side of the break. We're gonna take a quick break and we'll be right back here on 910 Sports. Okay, we back here on 910 Sports. Somebody said this the other day, or not just the other day, but a while ago, that I think that Carolina gets too caught up in like always hiring like ex alumni players, and sometimes you get too caught up on that. You got too many alumni, and sometimes you need to think outside the box and get other coaches that's just good coaches. You know, what I mean, if you look at our bench, our whole bench is nothing but old Tar Heel players, and maybe they may not necessarily be the best coaches. They just maybe just because they're alumni. Because you got Sean May, you got Marcus Page, I think is Jackie Emanuel still there? I mean, you got certain players that are like up and down. You look up and down that lineup, that line is all ex Carolina players, and it's like maybe we need to start going outside, looking outside the box, and getting coaches that just showed themselves formidable. You know what I'm saying, to bring on the staff. You know what I mean, stuff like that. So maybe I think that may be our biggest issue, and I think that Roy Hubert Davis got the job just because he just became like a like a almost like nepotism. I think Roy Williams looked at Hubert Davis like a son. You know,
Wasn't he assistant coach for Roy Williams though?
yeah, he was, but was the best? Was he the best candidate or whatever out of all the coaches? That's the thing
That,
was.
when it comes to the alumni and the board of directors of the alumni, and when Roy said something or Dean said something, that was the end of it. It
Okay.
was golden. It was
So,
golden. So Roy already had put in. Roy had been working on that probably 2 3 years before he retired.
yeah,
You know what I
definitely,
mean?
definitely. Hubert Davis only gonna get fired if Roy Williams probably say he get fired at this point. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way Hubert Davis gonna get fired if Roy Williams say something. Because Roy Williams is royalty out that school. Ain't no doubt about it. Ain't nobody gonna be big. Ain't nobody was bigger than Roy Williams other than Dean Smith. You know what I'm saying, at that school. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's definitely the buck definitely gonna stop with Roy Williams at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I'm just saying we just maybe need to think now unless we bring like Jerry. I think Jerry Stackhouse would be perfect because he the way if you can get Vanderbilt to win, you can get anybody to win. You know what I'm saying?
I
You
I
Vanderbilt
keep
to win.
I keep hearing you say that, man. I keep hearing that from you.
That's all
If you
right.
can get if you can okay, I can. First of all, man, you you just don't discredit Vanderbilt like they're not a college program, and you good just don't discredit is like nobody don't want to play for Jerry Stackhouse, man. Get out of here, bro. If you got Jerry Stackhouse, a college standout, a person that played in the NBA for a very long time, uh, and a person that's remembered by so many people, that that kind of motivates kids to want to play for you. And that's what I think happened.
Come on,
You know what I
Jacob.
mean?
Jacob, stop it. We're gonna stop this. Now
Stop
we
what? Stop
want
what?
to be sitting here lying to Jesus. You know,
Stop
good
what?
dog. Nobody want to play no dog on Vanderbilt.
I didn't
Come on.
say that. I didn't say you missed my whole point. I said if you have a
I heard
coach
what you said.
like
I heard what you
hey,
said
every
about the whole Jerry Stackhouse thing, but it was like he was getting 5-star recruits. He was still getting the same type of recruits, but he was coaching his butt off to get them where they was at. He wasn't getting no better players. He wasn't getting like what Rutgers was getting. Where Rutgers just happened to land the two top recruits in the country, or one of the top two recruits in the like top
so,
10. It wasn't
so
like he was
you
like
so
that.
you telling me that a better caliber player won't come and play for Vanderbilt
No,
knowing that
no.
Jerry Stackhouse is the coach?
It's
No,
that
no,
good of
I
a coach.
can't. No,
He's just
no,
that good of a coach. Okay,
you
well,
ain't.
let me ask you this: did any of those players that coached under him go to the NBA? I wait.
He,
No,
he
no.
ain't been there for what, a year, 2 years?
I'm just saying he's not there no more. But what I'm saying was none of those players that coached under Stackhouse went to the NBA. So he
We,
just was that
we
good of
don't
a.
know that. We don't know that.
We don't know that. We do know that.
No, we don't. We don't know if they went fourth round, fifth round. Like we don't know.
You're right, because there ain't no
we
4 foot in
we
the ground.
we we we
Right,
we
right,
we, we,
right.
we didn't they didn't go first round, but we don't know if they went second or third round, man. Cause
Hey, well,
I'm not familiar with Vanderbilt program, so I can't say.
fact that you don't know, that mean they didn't. And if they did go, they probably on the end of the bench or they in the G League. So that just lets you know how good of a coaching job he did. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I'm actually giving him more credit than I am giving him less credit because of the fact that he coached what he had in the tournament. Because ain't nobody going on football or basketball. Only player people that's going to Vanderbilt is baseball players or tennis or something else, or golf. But ain't
So you
nobody
tell
going no dog on.
so you telling me Vanderbilt don't even got either NFL players in the league?
No. They probably, if they do, maybe one or two. They ain't no. Ain't nobody. All they players is baseball players. Like they baseball players that go to the MLB and shine for a couple of them. But they ain't got no basketball or no football. They if they get a football player, it might be one probably once every 10 years. Be like Savannah State and with Shannon Sharp and them. You know what I mean, or whatever. Shout out to my nephew, my other nephew, my godson nephew. He at Savannah State now. I just found that out the other day. But yeah, but other than that, nah, we gonna stop this. No, you know what I mean. Ain't nobody going no dog on Vanderbilt. You need to stop this. You know what I'm saying? It's too early.
So you telling me if your son got a full ride to Vanderbilt to play any type of sport, you gonna tell him no?
Nope. Now unless that's his only option. Unless it's the only option. Nope. You know you ain't going no dog on Vanderbilt. No.
Pe- People don't get full rides that easy, Aka.
That's what I said. Unless that's his only option, no, you not going to no Vanderbilt. You know, but I feel like this: if you getting a scholarship to Vanderbilt, then more and whatever, and that's your only option, then more than likely, then you might be better off going to a junior college and getting your building yourself up, and then trying to the
Hey
transfer.
man, hey
Or you
man,
better
you just
ball out that first year. Like the way it is in college basketball, you better ball out that first year and leave. And
you just done told Vanderbilt, man, just told the school down. Boy, you
they
wild.
don't got school down, just shut the sports program down. Just shut everything down but baseball. But baseball and them other sports. But put it like this, the black sports, just get rid of all the black sports. Anything, basketball,
What is
football.
that? Well, what is the black sport?
You know we don't just stop it playing. We not this Sunday morning.
So you
Do this now.
so
You know what a black sport is.
no, I don't, man. So you do what
Basketball
Trump
and
do.
football. We know what it is. Stop this, Jacob.
So so
I know
you
you about to go see Jesus.
so
So we not about to
so
we not about to see him BS
so
before you go see Jesus.
so so Icon, you saying black sports like Trump said the black jobs.
Not, hey, when it comes to sport, it's a whole different. I don't know what a black job is, but I know what a black sport is. I
Oh
know that much.
man, Icon, you is wild for that, man.
We know what it. I don't know what a black job is, but I dang sure know what a black sport is. You know what I'm
So
saying? And
man,
that's basketball.
you can't say stuff like that because Vanderbilt might want us to come down there and cover a game, bro. You can't do that, man.
Move on. We gonna move on to something else. We got
uh,
get emotion. We gonna go. We're just gonna go. You know what? We're gonna take a quick break. Then we gonna get into this next topic because you wilding this morning. We'll be right
you
back.
can't focus. You
We'll
can't
be right.
focus.
We back man here with my tripping partner over here. But anyway, we gonna get into the Celtics Lakers game last night. So I'm gonna say this. I'm actually I'm gonna put it to you like this. And this is the dumbest thing I hear people say when people watch sports. Who I know people who don't watch sports say this stupid stuff on the on social media. Oh, if I was a player, I would rather lose in the first round than in the NBA finals. You know what I'm saying? LeBron with all them finals and lost. I said, I'm gonna tell you something. In life, if you lose at anything in the first round or in the beginning of anything in life, and that you would rather lose there than getting to the end, I don't care if you was playing Mike Tyson Punch Out and you kept getting beat by Glass Joe in the first fight. and that's you couldn't get past Glass Joe, and you more happy with that than you satisfied with that than getting all the way to the last dude. I forgot who the last dude on Mike Tyson punch out, or getting to Mike Tyson himself and losing, and you would say, "Oh well, I would rather have lost to Glass Joe than Mike Tyson." Then you stupid. Then first of all, you should be stupid because it don't make. I hate when people say idiotic stuff. You ask any player in any sport, Jacob. I don't care what it is. I don't care if the tiddlywinks. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you're in a spades tournament. If you were at any player in any competitive situation, you would rather get to the end and lose than in the beginning, because at least you know where you need to improve or what you need to do to maybe get over that hump. I don't care. You ask John Elway, who went to 4 Super Bowls before he won, whether he would, I think it was 4 Super Bowls before he won, when he had rather lost in the first round of the playoffs. Ask Jim Kelly, ask Thurman Thomas, if they would have rather had lost in the first round of play, the wild card, versus losing them 4 Super Bowls. And they would have told you they would have took them 4 Super Bowls every time. You know what I'm saying? So this dumb notion that if you make it all the way to the NBA Finals and lose, then you a loser is the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life. So now let's get back to this game last night.
Man, man. That right there got you hot, man. It's Sunday morning, man. Hey, man, we need some altar call and silent meditation for you this morning, man. Come on, man. What is going wrong?
Ain't nothing. I'm just man. I just sat here and thought about like crazy stuff this morning. It's funny. I thought about the topics last night. And then when you said, "Oh, we still doing the show," and I said, "Oh, let me get up," and I thought, and them some same topics was still on my mind and in my heart. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna address this stuff in the morning. We had a show because this stuff need to be addressed. I just don't like stupid. I don't like stupid comments. Like when people make stupid comments to me, I shut down the conversation or walk away from you because I don't like dumb people. You know what I mean? When people say dumb stuff, it drives me. I'm like Charles Barkley. You drive me crazy when you say something stupid. And in sport, when people make those comments in sports, it doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, and that's why I said I almost don't want the Lakers to get to the finals because I know they're not ready. Yeah, they got Luka, they got LeBron, but last night showed me last night. First of all, they don't have enough size and whatever, and they don't have enough offense to beat the Boston Celtics in 7 games. They could beat a lot of these other teams, but Celtics are loaded. Unless they get some injuries, Celtics is loaded with players that can play. When your 4th and 5th man can get 40 on you, you know you loaded. When a Dan
Hey,
White and a Preacher can get 40, and they like the 4th or 5th, they like the 4th. The hell, I don't even Kevin Preacher probably like the 5th option, and he getting 40. And you got Derek White getting you 40 on the same night, and it's the first time in Celtics history the 2 of their players getting 40. Then you know they loaded. You know what I'm
uh,
saying?
I can. Slow down. Stop the press. Calm down for the media session. Them boys who got 40 on the same night. That's one time, and they'll never probably do it again in their life. Um, so I think that based off this one game, I'm not going to say that the Lakers can't beat them in 7. I'm going to say it's going to be a dog fight, and I'm gonna say whoever plays the better defense can win because yeah, Boston got more offensive weapons, they more loaded. But man, gotta stop that soft era basketball, bro. Gotta put a body on somebody. Man, you gotta dip the shoulder. Like the Lakers is gonna have to play hard nosed defense to really to bruise some people up a little bit. I ain't saying hurt nobody, but they with Boston, you gotta play some hard nosed defense, man, because
But you know,
they got so many. They got Boston got almost 3 different lineups they can throw at you.
yeah. But you know, the Lakers been the number one defense, have the number one defensive ranking since the like I know Oklahoma said they've been number one defense over the season, but the Lakers have been the number one defense since like February, beginning of February.
Yeah. The Lakers been number one defense for the last 21 games. I know. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's not they've been playing defense. I wasn't really mad at the loss last night, especially when we about to get into it when once LeBron had his little injury, and it's funny because everybody quickly want to say, oh, he gonna be out for several weeks. LeBron was kind of like, nah, it's kind of like day to day. And I'm like, we talking about GOAT James. We ain't talking about GOAT James ain't human. You know what I'm saying? So it maybe some players might be automatically out for 3-4 weeks, 2-3 weeks, whatever. This man on a different level. So he like a cyborg. You know what I mean? So he might be out for a couple of games and be back right back in there. So who knows with LeBron? You know what I'm saying? But
Man,
he
I told somebody yesterday, LeBron will be 70 years old with a with a with a AARP sweatsuit on, in ARP, big chain on. We're talking about, yeah, man, we going to the championship, man. Like,
uh,
oh yeah, man, yeah. Listen, man, Moses told me to do that.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. So I'm just like, when I seen him after the game speak, and then he was kind of like nonchalant, like, yeah, we gonna see how it feel. And I guess he had like a little smaller injury early in the season when they was like, well, do you think it was like that? He's like, nah, this one not as bad as that one. So I'm just like, well, he must, if he not really concerned, and if he was able to actually still like do his normal post game interview or whatever, then it must not be that serious as people making it out to be. You know what I mean? So, whatever. It's not like Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson, I ain't gonna lie, I thought he was out for the season because his whole foot turned over. So I just knew he was. I knew he was gonna be gone. I didn't know automatically he was gonna be gone for a couple of weeks at least, because that was brutal what Jalen Brunson did. But like I said, LeBron, he put some icy hot on it and get in that old Michael Jackson high ballot chamber, and he be back by the end of the week. You know what I'm saying? So ain't he, like I said, he different. You know what I'm saying? He a different type of cat. You know what I'm saying, or
Yeah,
whatever. So I don't really see him being out. No, he might be out for like a week, maybe.
go
But it
go
might have
game.
to help him because he gonna need the rest. Because I looked at their schedule, they got a lot of like back-to-back games every other night. You know what I'm saying? And he kind of getting old, so he don't need to be playing like that. So then
Who
he'll be
who who who,
playoffs.
who get old?
LeBron, like he don't need to be playing back to backs and every other night right now. He need to save that energy for the playoffs. Like I don't care what people say. Like some of these other players, I get mad with some of these younger players skip games, but we need to be. Let's be keeping a beam. When we talking about LeBron don't need to be playing back to backs and every he play every game. Like LeBron on this maybe like 2-3 games this year. Some of the other players will miss 20-30 games or whatever, and still act like they can't. They don't like they if they hit their peak toe, they can't be in the game. You know what I'm saying? Well, LeBron
Man,
is still
listen, Ben Simmons, Joe Embiid, and Kawhi Leonard, they done got so much free NBA money, it don't make no sense.
man. That don't even make no doggone sense. Bruh, like Joel Embiid, like I say, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Ben Simmons. There's a couple other players like that too. Like, like y'all just eat, y'all just killing the NBA. Y'all just taking stealing money like cookies. You know
I
what I mean?
remember my I remember
Like,
my brother said last night, why Boston got Porzingis? He always hurt, man. All he doing is getting free money.
mm-hmm. Yep. So anyway, we're gonna take
He,
another break. About to get into something that I've been waiting on this. I'm glad this happened, and we about to get into it. You know what I'm saying? We about to get into this thing right after this break, real quick. On 910 Sports. We about to get into it. Okay, we back. We back here on 910 Sports. So this is what we about to get into: the Stephen A. Smith versus LeBron confrontation. So the thing about this thing is LeBron, Stephen A. has been. Now I'm gonna say this: Stephen A. got every right to talk about Bronny and his basketball, whatever, where he on the court. But Stephen A. started making it personal, started questioning LeBron as a father. And people like, what did he say? What he didn't say? But it's just the way, if you really listen to Stephen A. Smith, he kind of questions him, but he doesn't do that with anybody else. He doesn't do that he never did that with Peyton, with Peyton, man, with Eli and when and his father, when he messed around and basically made somebody else choose him, or made the Chargers not choose him or pick him to play. And to me, Eli and Manning at best is average, other than them two Super Bowls. So he didn't get that kind of criticism. So when other people in the real world, when they doggone, use nepotism, ain't nothing said. But this whole thing about Bron and Shador and Dion and all this other stuff, it drives me crazy. But the reason why I'm coming at Stephen A. Smith is Stephen A. Smith is quick to say when he talks about Kevin Durant, when he talks about other players, Carmelo and all these other players, and then when they say something, when they come back to him, come back at him, or even back in the day with Ron Clark, you know what I'm saying? And when they come at him when he says something on one of his platforms, you got my number, you know where I'm at, you know how to get at me, and all that, and talk all big and bad. And he gonna say, but he gonna and then when LeBron came up here and say, keep my son name out your mouth. LeBron, Rich Paul got my number. Y'all could have called me behind closed doors and talked about this. No, you doggone try to talk about that man's son in public. I'm gonna go and address you in public. Because if that said Rich Paul would have called you behind the scenes, or Bron would have called you behind the scenes, then you would have tried to lie about what happened. And the thing about it with Stephen A. Smith is that he told me he wasn't even going to address the situation because he didn't think people caught it on camera. Because when he realized the next morning when he woke up, it went viral. See, I listen better than I can hear. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I know that Stephen A. full of BS because he know LeBron is 6'9", 260 pounds. If he would have said anything to Bron at that moment, Bron would have slapped the hell out of him. He would have been in the fifth row. You know what I'm saying? Because Stephen A. ain't nothing but 6'2", 6'3", 190 pounds. So
Right,
he
ain't gonna
talked
slap
all
nobody.
that big talk. He talked all that big talk, and then when LeBron addressed him, his answer to his rebuttal was, "This wasn't the time or the place." Why wasn't the time or the place? Any other time you say if a player gonna address you, they can address you. But it wasn't the time or the place because you were scared of you. You know, I'm gonna say this and give it to you. You remember when you was in high school or middle school and that bigger kid or whatever it was, or something happened and somebody walked up on you out the blue and it caught you off guard and said something slick to you, and at that moment you like, oh shoot, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what just happened, and then they just walk off like whatever, like drop the mic, walk off, and you just standing there looking like dang, and your boys standing around looking at you. It happened to us. It happened to the best of us. People, you can lie if you want to. I'm not talking about you, but people can lie if they want to. But it happened to the best of us, especially guys. You know, you had that moment somebody walked up to you and they might have been a little bit bigger, a little bit, been upperclassman, whatever it is, a little bigger, a little faster, might have been on a Debo level, whatever it is, said something to you, and you kind of sit there scared out your boots. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Stephen A. was. So you can lie to the rest of the world, but I know what I saw the other night. But anyway, go ahead, Jacob.
Well, I mean, yeah, Stephen A. It was unexpected, so he was shook. You know what I mean? I'll say that. I don't know if the man was scared or not, but it was definitely unexpected. You know how something just approach you and it's unexpected, and you know how to react. Okay, but I think there was a bit emotional on Braun's part. I know that's your son, but your son a grown ass man. You know what I mean? Your son just seemed like he's doing him, and he don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't
Mm-hmm.
even think Bronny even worry about what people say. He just do him, and so I think who really put their battery in Braun back is Savannah. Like LeBron, enough is enough. That is my child. That's my firstborn. We ain't gonna let this happen. Or he can just stop playing basketball altogether. So
Mm-hmm.
when Mama Bear said something, that's a whole different level. Because if Mama Bear ain't happy in the house, ain't no peace in the house. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm.
So with that being said, did somebody need to check Steven Smith? Yeah. Is do is Stephen Smith the twin of Skip Bayless? Yeah, you know, like when I hear Smith Stephen A. Smith praise Skip Bayless, and just like act like Skip Bayless adopted him at 2 years old or something, man. Like I feel like Stephen A. Smith is Skip Bayless' foster child. Go ahead, Steven. Go on over to your foster daddy. You know what I mean? That's your foster daddy. You're going over there. So, so when it comes to what LeBron said, okay, man, you know, and Stephen A. Smith, you already know if y'all was outside in front of a restaurant, a deli or something, or a clothing store, you know, that man would have went WWE on you and stop playing, man. Stop playing.
You know what? I'm glad you said that because I did not think about that component of the whole thing. You right. You right. Anytime, especially when you marry, anytime a woman say something in that situation, because you right. Savannah probably told LeBron at some point, listen, enough is enough. When you see Stephen A, you need to check him. I'm tired of it. Or she might not even had to say nothing. She might have just been in the house upset. And when you know when your woman is upset, it's like as a man, you gotta be like, I gotta do something about this. I gotta say something. I can't keep just sitting by and I'm trying to think of a situation where it's like that. But at some point when you see that, it's kind of like the whole, even though it's kind of different, but it's kind of the same. The whole Will Smith situation. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I know a lot of people looked at Will like, oh well, whatever, but I get where he was coming from. You know what I'm saying? Well, because people a lot like say when you in love, like Will Smith is in love, I understand why he reacted the way he did. I ain't saying he was right or wrong, but I understand. When you in
I
love,
never forget it. I never forget it though. I never forget that, bro.
yeah, you never gonna forget it. But at the same time, like, yeah, it might have been everybody looking at who he did it to you and have done that to this person, that person. But I'm telling you, when you in love like that and your woman, once your woman give you that look, sometimes a woman only got to say nothing. They just give you a look. You know what I'm
And guess
saying?
what? And guess what, Icon? Tony Rock and Chris Rock ain't did nothing.
Tony Rock, he talking all that smack, but Tony Rock ain't wasn't gonna do nothing, wasn't gonna step the wheel, because I'm pretty sure he been in the rooms where Will Smith been in where he could have stepped to if he wanted to. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie to me. The reason why I'm with Brian, and I understand everybody saying where his son in the NBA and he got a little emotional. You dang right, that's my child. Ask my kid, ask Tay right now. You know Tay. Ask Tay if my dad would have did the same thing what LeBron did. Ask him. He would tell you, "Oh, I see my dad do it." You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Ask his mama what if I'd have done the same thing that Bron did it. She gonna say, "Yeah, I done seen Eddie do it." You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, 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 right.
Yeah, the circumstances. You can call me sensitive. You can call me you wrong for that. I don't care. That's my child. You say something. That's why I thought about this the other day, Jacob. I said I don't know if I really want to get that big in this industry in the industry, because I can see it now. Something happened, especially like me personally, I can take it. But if something happened, like we like Tay get real big, a big star, and me and you out there on a major platform doing our thing, I can see you not calling me saying, "Icon, I already know what you're thinking. Let it go." Or you gonna be like, "Let me make the phone call. Let me smooth this thing out, because I already know what's about to happen. Don't do it." You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you now, you're gonna be calling me, talking me off the edge, off the ledge if they talk about any of my kids. I'm telling you right now. I'm just gonna let you know. So I'm pre-warning you now. You better be ready. You better have me on speed dial at that moment. If you see a headline and then say such and such just said this about Tay, or said it about any of my other kids, if they get to that point, or whatever they see, you know what I'm saying? If okay, let me go on social media and see the way that people was trying to clown, even though people think that Wayne Wade wrong with his daughter, son, whatever you want to call it, and you see Lou Williams and them trying to clown. Let me see that. I don't care how big you are. You know what I'm saying? I'll bust you in the back of the head with a brick and keep it moving. You won't see me coming. You know what I'm saying? I'm a hit before I talk. You know what I'm saying? You coming my child wrong. I don't care who you are.
Uh,
I'm like,
well,
yeah,
I, you know, me and my mother, my sister had a conversation about Dwayne Wade and his daughter. I just say it's unfortunate in my eyes. It's just unfortunate, you know. So, but I don't know, man. Like I just think it's some suspect things going on. But that's neither here nor there. That ain't my business. They ain't my mean, if they happy with what's going on, that's their business. But you would never think that you would see this from an iconic NBA player, that meant so much in the NBA like a Dwayne Wade. So that's why people so disappointed, man. It
Yeah, but
is.
we're gonna take one last break and we're gonna wrap this thing up. Talk about it quick about the NFL deadline. Free agency, and we'll be right back. Okay, we back. We back here on 910 Sports. And Jacob got me fired up. I done just woke up. Literally, this Negro got me fired up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, got me fired up about these topics all early in the morning. But yeah. Like I said,
Oh man.
it ain't even about LeBron. To be honest with you, what he did. I don't care who it would have been. I don't care if it would have been. It could have been. You could have been whoever in the NBA. That if I'd have heard them step to Stephen A, I'd have been standing up applauding. Because I'm just like,
Well,
because I'm gonna tell you like this before we move to the NFL thing. These players, these analysts and these comedians think they can do whatever they want because they feel like they got like some kind of authority or some kind of entitlement to be able to say and do whatever they want. And I'm telling you now, I'm not no industry nigga. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not no industry negro. I'm in the industry. But if I'm telling you now, if you step to my child wrong, it's gonna be an issue. But anyway, shout out to affiliate Zeno FM, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, in 191 countries. But we about to get into this NFL situation real quick. NFL draft. NFL free agency. Tomorrow starts tomorrow. They call it the what they call the legal tampering. I don't know what that BS is about. Legal tampering. You know what I'm saying? So you can legally talk to players, but you can't sign them till Wednesday. So I'm gonna just say for my team, we need a deep edge rusher. We need a couple of offensive linemen. This what I would do is I would us and I'll ask you what you gonna do what you would do with your team. I would say we need to get two offensive linemen in the free agency, get one in the draft, and then I think we can address a couple of players like maybe an edge rusher and a corner right now, and then to get everything else in the draft. That's how I would play it. But what would you do with the Cowboys?
another receiver go with Lamb. Maybe two more offensive linemen. Um, a running back, and maybe another defensive end. So, but most of those players would come out of the draft, except for the running back in the wide receiver, and maybe the defensive end or nose guard or defensive tackle. So, you know what I mean. But Jared has freed up about 660. Now it's about 68 million he freed up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because I know just over the weekend, last couple of days, we re-signed Bobby Wagner, which we need that for leadership, and we re-signed Zach Ertz. So I like those two signings. I know we trying to get EJ Hendrickson. They trying to make it impossible for us to get Miles Garrett, Cleveland, because they want too much for him. So we probably end up going to Hendrickson route from Cincinnati Bengals, get that edge rusher possibly. And they also saying that DeMarcus Lawrence, we might steal another Cowboy from y'all. So they saying that we possibly gonna end up with DeMarcus Lawrence. You know what I mean? Or
I'm
whatever.
hoping I'm hoping if y'all get Lawrence, then Allen will go to the Cowboys.
Yeah, you talking about Jonathan Allen?
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be a move. That could be a move. It's funny because I know Jonathan Allen probably kicking himself now. Because like last year before Jay Daniels got there, he was talking all this smack about how he wanted out. And he wanted to be in a win situation. Then he ended up getting hurt and coming back. By the time he came back, not saying we didn't need him, but we wasn't really hurting without him like that. You
No,
know what I'm saying?
y'all no y'all ain't need him.
Huh?
Y'all ain't need him.
And so that's why I think that's why it was so easy for us to get rid of him because we were still balling without him. You know what I'm saying? And so, he probably butt hurt a little bit because he might end up in a situation where he might not be in a winning situation. So he got to be very careful who he want to go to. And I'm gonna say this before we get out of here. It's funny because now I said no. Clay Thompson, his dad said that he in purgatory now because now he's in a situation where he could have went to the Lakers and he went to chose Dallas, and Dallas got no chance of winning for the next year. And then Clay Thompson is old. He older now. He probably he passed his prime. So
Clay
they
30, Clay 36, 37.
yeah, they said he might end up asking for a trade, you know what I'm saying, this summer because Kyrie Irving not going to be back until earliest. I know they say you can get back in 6 months, 7 months with an ACL. And I heard Kendrick Perkins say that. I like KP, but sometimes he say some stupid stuff. Kendrick Perkins, first of all, you was what they call it, when you go to the gym and you work on certain not aerobic, dang, what's it called, cardio. You're a cardio basketball player. You ran up down the court, then get your cardio. Doggone Kyrie Irving cuts, jumps, makes all these herky jerky moves. With an ACL, you can't. You gotta be at 100% to be doing all that.
I think that Kendrick Perkins need to be in the woods in the forest with a tobacco pipe in his mouth and with a hat on and play the role as Smokey the Bear.
Yeah, exactly. Because you
So
talking.
to me he a hater, bro. And for me to hear him say that he was the leader of the OKC team, I really know that something is wrong with him mentally.
Well, what you gotta say? And Kevin Durant said, "Oh, he said that must have been after I left." 'Cause he said, "I don't remember that." You know what I'm saying? So, but hey, so anyway, man, hey, great show. Whatever, I'm gonna be mad at you the rest of the day because you got me all fired up. But anyway, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I probably needed it this morning. Um, but anyway, great show, man. See y'all tonight on the breakdown show. Check us out right now, man. If y'all have to catch this, check us out. We got a gospel Sundays. We doing every Sunday morning from 7 to 3 p.m. You know what I'm saying? A lot of great music on there on 168 Radio, man. Y'all check us out. Anyway, man, y'all have a blessed and wonderful day and see y'all at the top. You know what I'm saying? And do something this week to bless somebody else. We out.
Peace, we out.